The current likely holder of the title of the biggest bookstore in the world is Powell's City of Books in Portland, Oregon. That holds just over 1 million books. Pierre Roger Nadeau's Le Palais du Livre would have simply scoffed at this figure. Its immense 5 floors were said to hold no less than 4 million books from 1976 to its fiery demise in 1983. It was likely the largest bookstore to ever exist, and it was in Montreal. Very few seem to know about it. That in itself is telling. The interior was disorderly but clean, made of wooden beams of a size you knew no longer existed, because the building itself was older than the country, having been built in 1866. What I saw and experienced in there as an 11 to 13-year-old now defies my adult comprehension. You have to understand that as a kid, you accept what the world offers, so you can only sense the abnormality, but you don't really understand it. Now my adult common sense tells me that what I saw was of course impossible. Bookshelves so high their ladders disappeared into darkness. Floors, beams, and shelves steeply sagging into deep curves under the weight of hundreds of tons of books. None of this my rational mind can now accept as real, especially not the fact that the Guinness Book of World Records could have completely overlooked the existence of such a behemoth. With all the regulations plaguing our sad and diminished world, Le Palais du Livre seems to me now as no more real than a visit to Tolkien's Middle-earth. They likely had a Gutenberg Bible hiding in there somewhere, and they would have sold it to you for $1. It was that kind of place. I now recognize the several visits I was blessed to make there as the most formative experience of my life, bar none. Perhaps it explains why I might be a little more sensitive than most to the fate of bookstores. Even the books I still have from it, by themselves, changed my life completely. Le Palais du Livre was an experience that left me in no doubt that there is a God, and that those creaky wooden floors will be up there, waiting for the return of their former patrons. In another video, I will analyze with US Census data the true extent of the decline of bookshops, of book revenues, and the true causes behind what could be the greatest civilizational shift in centuries. Thank you for your attention.